Let me tell you something right now, and I need you to listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say is going to change the way you see everything. Everything. Your bank account, your relationships, your business, your future. Because here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Your life is not determined by your circumstances. Your life is not determined by your background. Your life is not determined by how much money your parents had, what neighborhood you grew up in, what mistakes you made last year, or what somebody said about you in the third grade. Your life is determined by one thing and one thing only, your mindset. That's it. That's the whole game. And once you understand that, once that truth drops down from your head into your heart, you will never be the same again. Now I want you to think about this for a second. There are people who grew up with nothing, no money, no connections, no education, no advantages of any kind, and they became millionaires. They became leaders. They became legends. And there are people who grew up with everything. Money, opportunity, education, every door open to them. And they ended up broke, bitter, and stuck. So what's the difference? It's not the circumstances. It's not the environment. It's not luck. It's the mindset. It's what's happening between their ears. It's the story they tell themselves every single day when they wake up in the morning and look in that mirror. See, most people are living their entire life on default settings. They never chose their beliefs. Their beliefs were given to them by their parents, by their teachers, by their culture, by the news, by people who were themselves operating on default settings that were given to them by somebody else. It's a chain of limitation going back generations, and nobody ever stopped to question it. Nobody ever stood up and said, wait a minute, why do I believe this? Where did this belief come from? Is this belief even true? Most people never ask that question one time in their whole life. And that, my friend, is why most people stay stuck exactly where they are. I want you to understand something powerful. Your mind is not you. Your mind is a tool. It's an instrument. It's a servant that was designed to work for you. But for most people, it's the other way around. They are working for their mind. Their mind tells them they're not smart enough, and they believe it. Their mind tells them they're too old, too young, too poor, too uneducated, too whatever, and they believe it. They take orders from a machine that was never designed to be the boss. It was designed to be the employee. And when you flip that switch, when you become the master of your mind instead of the servant of your mind, that's when the mindset shift happens. That's when everything changes. Let me ask you a question. What are you telling yourself right now today about your life? Are you telling yourself a story of lack, or are you telling yourself a story of abundance? Are you telling yourself a story of victimhood, or are you telling yourself a story of victory? Because whatever story you're telling yourself, your life is going to organize itself around that story. Your brain is a goal-seeking mechanism. Whatever you plant in there, whatever seed you drop into that soil, it's going to grow. If you plant doubt, you're going to harvest doubt. If you plant fear, you're going to harvest fear. If you plant faith, if you plant vision, if you plant possibility, you are going to harvest a life that looks like that. I don't care what happened to you yesterday. I don't care what happened to you last year. I don't care what somebody did to you, said to you, took from you. None of that matters as much as what you decide to do with your mind right now in this moment. Because here's the secret. The past is not a life sentence. The past is a lesson. It's information. It's not identity. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are the awareness that watches those things happen and chooses every single time what to do next. That's power. That's real power. That's the kind of power that no economy, no recession, no boss, no circumstance can ever take away from you. Now let's talk about the people around you, because your mindset does not exist in a vacuum. You are the average of the conversations you have every single day. If you're surrounded by people who talk about how hard life is, how the system is rigged, how the rich got lucky, how nothing ever works out for them, you will absorb that energy whether you want to or not. It's like standing in a room full of smoke. You don't have to smoke a cigarette to get the smoke in your lungs. You just have to be in the room. So I need you to ask yourself, what rooms am I standing in? What conversations am I marinating in every single day? Because if you want a millionaire mindset, you cannot keep having broke conversations. If you want a champion mindset, you cannot keep hanging around people who quit every time it gets hard. This is not about being disloyal to the people you love. This is about being loyal to your future. You can love people from a distance. You can pray for people from a distance, but you cannot let their limited thinking become the ceiling on your unlimited potential. Somebody has to break the cycle. Somebody has to be the one who says, in my family, in my bloodline, starting with me, right now, today, we think differently, we speak differently, we believe differently, and because of that, we will live differently. Let's go deeper, because I want you to really get this. There's a difference between a poverty mindset and a prosperity mindset. And it's not about how much money is in your bank account right now. It's about how you interpret the world. A person with a poverty mindset sees a closed door and says, that's proof it wasn't meant for me. A person with a prosperity mindset sees the same closed door and says, that just means I need to find another door or build my own door. A person with a poverty mindset sees a successful person and feels resentment. A person with a prosperity mindset sees a successful person and feels inspiration, because if they did it, that's proof it's possible. And if it's possible for them, it's possible for me too. I want you to notice something. Two people can go through the exact same hardship, lose the same job, go through the same divorce, face the same diagnosis, and one of them becomes bitter, broken, and stuck for the next 20 years. And the other one uses that same exact pain as fuel to rebuild something greater than they ever had before. Same event, two completely different outcomes. Why? Mindset. It's always mindset. Life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you if you have the courage to interpret it that way. Now here's where I need you to really pay attention, because this is the part most people skip. Knowing this information is not enough. You can know all day long that mindset matters. You can watch 100 videos like this one. You can read every book on the shelf. But knowledge without application is just entertainment. It doesn't change your life. It just makes you feel good for 20 minutes and then you go right back to your old patterns. If you want the mindset shift to actually stick, you have to do something different with your mind every single day on purpose with discipline, whether you feel like it or not. So let me give you something practical, something you can actually do starting today, right after you finish watching this. Number one, you have to control your inputs. What you feed your mind in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. If the first thing you do is grab your phone and scroll through negativity, comparison, and chaos, don't be surprised when your mindset for the day is negativity, comparison, and chaos. Feed your mind with something that builds you before you feed it with something that drains you. Number two, you have to speak to yourself differently. I don't care if this feels strange at first. Stand in front of that mirror and speak life over yourself. Tell yourself who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Words have creative power. The same mouth that's been speaking defeat over your life for years can start speaking victory over your life today. It's the same mouth, it's just a different message. Number three, you have to surround yourself with vision. Not just people, but vision. Put your goals somewhere you can see them. Read them out loud. Feel them as if they've already happened. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined future and a currently lived reality. So give it something worth building toward, and it will start pulling you in that direction, whether you consciously push or not. Number four, and this one is uncomfortable, but I have to say it, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth does not happen in your comfort zone. It never has, and it never will. Every single person you admire, every person who built something great, walked through fear, walked through doubt, walked through failure, and kept moving anyway. That's not the absence of fear. That's mastery over fear. The mindset shift isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about refusing to let that fear be the one driving the car. I want you to hear me on this next part, because this might be the most important thing I say in this entire message. Your current results are not a reflection of your worth. They are a reflection of your current mindset and your current habits, and both of those things can change starting today. You are not stuck. You are not finished. You are not too far behind. You are exactly where you are supposed to be to launch the next chapter of your life, as long as you make the decision right now to think differently than you've been thinking. This is the moment, not tomorrow, not next Monday, not after the holidays. Not when things calm down, because things are never going to calm down. Life is always going to throw something at you. There's never going to be a perfect moment where everything lines up and it becomes easy to change your mind. You have to make the decision in the middle of the mess. You have to make the decision while things are still hard. That's what separates the people who transform their lives from the people who just talk about transforming their lives for the next 20 years. I need you to make me a promise right now. Not because I need it, but because your future self needs it. Promise yourself that from this moment forward, you are done giving your power away to circumstances. You are done blaming the economy, blaming your family, blaming your past, blaming the people who hurt you. Not because those things didn't happen, not because that pain wasn't real, but because none of that has the authority to write the next chapter of your life unless you hand it the pen. Take the pen back. Take it back right now. I want you to say this out loud, wherever you are, in your car, in your room, at your desk. I don't care who's watching. Say, my mindset determines my life, and I am taking control of my mindset starting today. Say it again with conviction this time, like you mean it, because you do mean it, because this is the moment everything shifts. Here's what I know to be true. 6 months from now, you are going to look back at this exact moment either as the day everything changed or as another video you watched and forgot about by tomorrow morning. The difference between those two outcomes is not talent, it's not luck, it's not even intelligence. It's decision followed by consistent action. That's it. That's the entire formula. Decide, act, repeat. Every single day, whether you feel motivated or not, because motivation fades, but discipline builds empires. I believe in what's possible for you. I believe there is a version of your life that is so much bigger, so much richer, so much more powerful than the one you're currently living. And the only thing standing between you and that version is the mindset you choose to carry into tomorrow morning. Not your resume, not your bank account. Not your zip code, your mindset. That's the whole ball game. So before you go anywhere, before you close this video and get pulled back into your day, I need you to do 2 things for me. First, hit that subscribe button right now, because this channel exists for one reason: to help people just like you rebuild their mindset, rebuild their life, and step into the greatness that's already inside of them waiting to come out. Every single video here is designed to move you one step closer to the person you were born to become, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Second, comment below with one word, just one word, that describes the mindset you are choosing to walk in starting today. I want to see it. I want to see you declare it publicly, because when you speak it out loud, when you write it down where other people can see it, you create accountability, and accountability creates transformation. This is your moment. This is your shift. Not someday, today, right now. Get up, go do something with this fire I just lit inside of you, and I will see you in the next video where we go even deeper, because we are just getting started.